Hello and welcome back to Detective Grimoire. Last episode we went through and started clearing up some suspicions we had on people, but we're not done. I think we have at least one more, and we're really close to completing this one, so this is probably the last video for this game specifically. So let's hop in and see if we can catch our killer. Yeah, we're at 89, so we're gonna try to get the 100%. So we need to go here.
I'm impressed someone managed to pitch a tent here. And I'm impressed someone would want to.
Huh?
It's a colorful, Boggy-themed padlock.
You padlocked your tent?
He's staring into my soul.
He is. It's very upsetting.
It should open if I set the right number.
Do I...
It's a key.
Do I know the right number? I don't feel like I actually know the right number. Shit. Do I have anything? I don't know a lot about this guy. How would I get into his tent?
I'm impressed, and I'm
gonna try.
It's echoes.
No, it's worth a try. Shit. Oh? I haven't talked to him too much. We can start talking about other things.
What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A Boggy costume.
It's Boggy! I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my tent. You really should see.
But he was only discovered 60 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
Alright.
So what did Mr. Remington think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, then he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me. Ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what? He just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure. Yes.
Alright, let's start this.
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to ask...
I'm touched people have even noticed something like that. I usually get the impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
So, you admit it's true?
You can put your notebook away. There isn't really any reason for it. Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Well, if it's not worth writing down, maybe it's worth hearing.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Look, if you take a guess and get it right, I promise not to deny it.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent. Notebook time.
I think you get a little achievement if you put the ghost down. Why was he here in the tent? Because of Boggy? The taxman's fucking here. Actually, it's a really good question. Do we fucking know? The ghost. I think that's a reference to another game, too. Do I actually know? I don't know.
You've been in your tent, hiding from Boggy.
I don't think there's a correct answer.
Why not?
I don't think there's a correct answer to that, but I feel like I'm done talking to him. Well, let's get all the information out. We're still missing a whole ass clue.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
I haven't presented him shit, apparently.
Show it. No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid
You don't know.
This is the journal, correct? The one that man left here 60 years ago?
You seem a little unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973, he...
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp creature. The cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yes, of course. Show it to some... No thanks, my...
You don't want the toy? What is the toy? Why do I have this toy?
I'm afraid... Show it to... No thanks.
You don't know shit.
I'm afraid... Show it... No thanks.
You don't know anything.
Why are you carrying that around with you?
That's a good
I
point.
have a suspicion it may have been the murder weapon.
Really? I thought Remington was attacked by something with claws, wasn't he?
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Well, I found the photo in Remington's office. It was ripped up, though. I think he was some kind
He
of...
was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture. And show it to Mr. Harper before you leave.
I think we did that.
Show it to...
Did we fucking already show it to
No
you? Costume.
No
Okay. I just didn't talk to him, it seems. I'm just stupid.
You're asking.
Okay, you don't know her.
A man who has sacrificed luxuries to protect those who need protecting. Pretty good beard, too. He seems like a good person. He even sympathizes with my cause.
He agrees with your protest? But he works here, right? And he was friends with Remington.
I think that was the only reason he worked here. Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him. Maybe everyone will. You're wasting your time with that one. I have nothing to say about them. You're asking the wrong...
How do you... Fuck, no, I don't want to be here. I want to be here.
Ah, yes, Agent Folder. A good man.
You know him?
We get on rather well, and we shared a number of views on the way things were run around here.
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to... protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost. The murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
Alright, I feel like I'm done talking to him. Alright, let me get into that tent. I'm gonna get the last bit of information from everyone. I just didn't talk to people.
I found these designs for a costume. A Boggy costume.
Aha, the legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell.
You saw Remington last night, but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know! I just can't understand why anyone would even try.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Like what?
I have no idea. If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets.
I'm gonna go back. I just had a sudden revelation.
I'm impressed, and
I was like really close. Is that it?
it's a piece.
Fuck. I thought that was it. I thought he like said it. I thought I had it.
It's supposed.
I'm sure I gotta find some. It's gotta be a date. It's usually like a date. It's not this, is it? I'll lose my mind if it's this.
Copyright MCM XXXIV. That would be 1930,
Oh my God.
1934?
1934. I think that's it. Do.
I'm a and
Ah, there we go.
it's a journal. I guess it belongs to Echo. Bad news. Remington is dead. I don't know what to do. Was my whole protest in vain? They'll shut this place down, sure, but I'll never know if I got through to them. That's all he's written.
Alright. We're almost done. We did get...
Oh?
We're missing a whole ass clue. Uh-oh. We're gonna... I'm still missing a clue. What am I missing?
Oh?
Oh my god, I was...
What is it? Some evidence from
I hear my cats.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't do
I'm
anything...
sorry. What is it?
Someone
That's-
has to... Oh, fuck. That's the hot dog. That's the food I saw Mr. Remington eating at the cafe last night.
Before he got ill and rushed back to his office?
That's right.
This is going down in my notebook. It might be important.
Yeah, I should have just done this stuff sooner, but I'm just too smart.
Yes, that's my photograph, taken near the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog. Have you tried looking there? Vincent's work, I see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Well, judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess.
The time of the murder.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this gun? Alright.
I'm sorry. What is it? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. What is it? Mm-hmm.
Still missing a
I'm
whole
so-
clue.
What is it?
Okay. Why am I like this?
Try showing it to somebody. I really don't have an opinion. You should ask someone else. The famous director, and my friend.
History will say they're friends, quotation marks.
A prolific cameraman with exceptional skills at carrying heavy equipment.
Try showing it to somebody different. I really...
Folder.
You should ask someone. Try showing it to...
Okay, so he wasn't very close. I guess I just went through and cleared suspicions.
What can you tell me about these designs for a Boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera. I can assure you that.
What about your Boggy movie? Isn't that gonna be, like, a guy in a costume or a puppet or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery. I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer. Much cheaper, too.
Huh. I suppose you've met with our murder victim, Richard Remington.
Yes, I've been in and out of this place for a while now. Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one. A real raconteur, you know.
You liked him? So far, I'm getting the impression he wasn't the most popular guy around here.
Well, that much is clear, isn't it? The man obviously slipped up somewhere, made an enemy or two, and bam, that's that. You just can't be too careful, can you?
Yeah, I think he did have an enemy or two. Or three. But you liked him.
I respected him. Good head on his shoulders. Good business sense, that man. He understood how to make things work for him. I don't really... He's a...
Oh shit, he's a talented man, that bird.
Sometimes I wonder if he'd be better off pursuing his photography full time, you know? You won't be getting... If you want... I don't... You won't be...
Alright. Okay. So we're...
I think it's time I went to talk to Officer James.
the beginning of the end. Alright. Before we do that, we're gonna finish all of this. We're missing a whole clue.
This is a real...
I thought I clicked.
Is that the missing page of the journal?
I think so.
It's an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, you're not wearing the right hat to be saying that.
A good example of how Boggy's feet are never shown in any form. They often use that little red bucket to hide them.
What is this? What is it? You can't end until I get it. Oh, I should probably go up to the... Just checking.
No, thank you. He drew me into his journal. I was 20 years old. That's the end of the story.
I bet it's not. Does this explorer have a name?
Yes?
Are you going to tell me?
No.
I'm missing something. I'm gonna figure it out as I'm talking to people. Cafe.
You don't know everything.
What don't I know?
What? I always thought it was weird that his feet are in that little bucket all the time.
It's just part of the character, I guess. I'm surprised they don't sell some sort of boggy foot soaker.
And that would be the one product I'd consider buying.
What am I missing? Oh, hello.
You again. Ready with some cryptic advice, no doubt?
Don't let them take him.
Who? The murderer? That's my job. I gotta make sure that they...
No, the creature. Don't take him away. This place is his home.
Oh, Boggy. Hey, don't worry. I didn't really believe he could be, responsible for this mess.
You didn't?
Well, no.
Mainly because I don't believe he exists at all. I don't believe he could ever hurt anyone. Always known who the murderer was, and it's not Boggy.
I've always known who the murderer was, and it's not Boggy.
So, he won't get in trouble? You won't have to leave?
Well, he's been out here for what, 60 years, hasn't he? And stayed out of trouble for that long. I have a feeling some detective isn't going to change all that in one day.
Well, in that case, He says, thank you.
Very ominous. What the fuck am I missing here? What?
It's a map. Brightly colored boggy baseball
This
caps.
is apparently the last clue.
Is there something behind them?
A child's hat sold at the gift shop designed to look a little bit like Boggy. God damn it. Now I have to go talk to everyone about this last clue.
These hats look pretty stupid. Luckily, kids seem to like stupid stuff.
You sell a lot of them?
Yeah, they're pretty popular.
Ah! I'm afraid I haven't.
Fuck. The hat. Don't care about the hat.
I don't really.
Don't care about the hat. We're almost there. I need all my notes. I always just click on the wrong one.
This is just a piece of junk they sell to tourists. It has no resemblance to the real creature.
Alright.
It's
There's gotta be something I didn't see.
it's only
like,
that might explain. This is. That museum. Wait, is it? I don't think this.
There's gotta be something.
There's. It's a stepping stone. So.
I'm missing something else.
This staircase and this. This staircase.
I feel stupid. What am I missing?
A little black. It makes very little sense.
What? I got something. Is there something in the office I didn't look at?
Hunting memorabilia.
Oh,
Claws.
God damn it.
Teeth.
Found it.
It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing.
So yeah, Sigurd's trying to hunt and kill Boggy. Pretty fucked up, man. Did I ask him about the hat? I did. Waybridge.
You can put that.
Why don't you?
Alright. Don't have all our notes though. There's gotta be something I didn't like see.
A shipwreck? And why is there a cafe growing out of the side? There's a wooden path built right into the shipwreck. The rope bridge leads up through those trees. Do they expect tourists to climb up there? The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship, I think. Never really learned much about ships. Water, water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Seriously, I'm not drinking that.
Alright, there's gotta be like environmental stuff that I haven't quite looked at.
It's a humble gift shop wagon.
Oh no, I've already looked.
It's a map. It's a photo. There's Bonky dolls. Bonky doll.
Boggy dolls.
Well, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe to sleep in, you know, not outside.
There's always a shirt that you wear that you only wear at bed. Nothing else.
Bonky doll. It's what a shame. It's not a Boggy's. Maybe I'll get one and surprise Officer James for Christmas.
There's gotta be some more environmental stuff I haven't looked at.
Just an odd old tree. I still don't forget.
There's gotta be Oh, she's gone.
Those trees are more dense. It's like a forest back there. Those trees.
Gotta be something.
These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there. Looks like this path leads towards the northwest corner of Boggy's Bog. I can't wait.
I don't have all my notes. I feel like I've looked at everything though.
I don't like it here. So, this is where they found Remington's body.
Yeah, I know that. Why is this still flashing? There's nothing else in here.
No way. No way. Is this a werewolf?
That'd be pretty upsetting, because that'd be like a dude, right?
Photos and but one of the frames. Wait a second. This photo and some other.
Oh.
Remington's desk is covered in. Perhaps
Stop.
this is the creepiest office.
Man, there's gotta be something. What am I missing? So we need to go talk to James.
That's the logo for Boggy's Bog. So, I'm guessing this museum is an official part of the tourist attraction. I hope they don't charge an entrance fee.
Did I just get nothing there? I'm guessing. I'm looking. I'm trying to see if I can get all this stuff. So there's supposed to be nothing there. The entrance, there's supposed to be 3 things. Oh. I could have sworn I looked at this.
It's the base of a gigantic tree, and it's sitting in the very heart of the swamp. Was this entire place built around it?
Oh, I guess I was missing that. Okay, so something in the museum, and then something in the woods. So go woods. What am I missing in the woods?
The rock path leading back. The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad.
Then the last one's in the museum. And that would be... Which one is
It's a Boggy playing the piano.
I should have just clicked that.
He's having a grand old time. It says another story from Boggy's Bog. But actually, I think this is from the very first episode.
Alright, almost done. What? The cafe? Oh, okay, I gotta get the full completion. What are we missing at the cafe? Oh, I guess I never clicked on it.
There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe.
Alright, we have completed everything. You get an achievement based on putting your suspicions on the right person. I know who it is for the sake of it. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, that's how you get one of the achievements. Is having full suspicion on the murder suspect and on no one else. Yeah, the slickest of sleuths. I saw a Vampire movie last month. It wasn't very good. All right, now to talk to Officer James and wrap this story up.
You finally returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
I forgot all about him. I didn't find it. What swamp creature?
I didn't find him.
What? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
I'll keep looking for him. I don't need to. This case can't be solved.
I don't need to.
Final chapter. Boggy's criminal record.
Why not? I thought he was our prime suspect.
Not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Boggy from last night? Let me see that photo.
Found this.
If that's not Boggy, what is it?
I found designs for the costume in a trash can. Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well, nearly all of them. There's still the one that...
But the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature? What's this? I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
No public records. The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page. They were just a product of these slippers. A part of the costume.
But Grimoire, this costume, it doesn't have claws of any kind. How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
Easy. The fire purple.
The prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
Ah, but this swamp slime was one of the reasons Boggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that slime, it's not exactly what you think.
It's the juice.
This stuff is an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me.
What is that exactly?
A poisoned hot dog. It's the second reason that the murderer broke into the storeroom. He put this green powder on the entire supply, just to make sure.
To make sure of what?
Make sure everyone in the swamp would be poisoned. Make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office. To make sure no one would eat at the cafe again.
To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
So you can get
Remington went back to his office?
Yep.
Alone?
The murderer. Alright.
I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece in particular seems critical to me. I think we need to work out.
Video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night. At the exact moment of the murder, I believe.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery. Could you talk me through them? Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match the sounds on the right. Drag them around and keep swapping until you're happy with the order. And if you want to hear the sounds again, you can tap on them.
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want to go over my notes.
I should be able to piece this together pretty easily. First thing, culprit opens the door. That's our creaking. Blast is him shooting the rifle. Clang dropping the poker. Wait, no. Clang drops the poker in the office. Grabs the poker. Ripping. The cry because...
I think that's it.
I didn't read the other ones, but I'm pretty sure it's it.
Ah, excellent. There's just 2 small details bothering me. First of all, if Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene? What happened to it?
It was stuffed in the head for some reason.
Turns out the murderer took that piece of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume. Then he fled the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Or she.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailant survive and manage to escape? Did Remington miss his target?
At point blank? A man of his experience? I don't think so. In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our chain.
The last piece of the costume.
The one thing that has eluded me so far. I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when we compare the pieces I collected with the original design I found.
I believe you're missing one piece to the puzzle.
Wait!
Hello, I'm
you
the
never
murderer.
found the body piece, the torso.
You're right, and I never would have found it.
Because it's in one specific location that we just can't access.
Not lying around. Not like the others.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle shot?
This torso is probably made up of some thick material. Something covering the culprit's entire upper body. I believe it may have even been enough to
To
soften...
soften the impact from a bullet! Aha!
Exactly.
Well, let's put your theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume?
It's here.
But how? We looked everywhere. Not a single clue.
Simple. He's still wearing it.
That's fucking right, guys. There were signs everywhere. He talked to Agent Folder about Boggy. He talked to Harper about everyone's favorite food. He had the reason. And he made sure that we opened that fucking tent, too. He made sure that we looked at the book and be like, probably not. This guy's probably good. Nah, he fucking knew.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp, and lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you. You worked it out. He had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that? You were dressed as Boggy. He shouldn't be pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen, not to mention his main attraction.
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Not unless you're in on the secret.
Oh. What am I I actually don't know this one. Who else would be in on it? Oh shit, I actually don't I don't know. Oh, wait.
The hunting
Okay,
photo
I figured it
leads
out.
me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
Hunter and the Hunted. Final chapter.
A secret society, an order of hunters, seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
The order goes further than this one man, and much further than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you've finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington? He was a member of this order?
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction. He set it up himself, didn't he?
He did. It was just his way of forming a legal loophole. Since the area became protected, he and his friends were unable to come here for hunting anymore. Boggy's Bog was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all times?
Well, exactly. He didn't want to take any chances.
Now, don't you see? I did this place a service. Did Boggy a service. That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it. Once he became suspected of murder, they'd have no choice but to shut this whole place down. everyone would finally realize they had no business here.
But he's not a killer, you don't have the right, how can you know what Boggy wanted? That, yeah.
How can you know what Boggy wanted? He might not be what you're...
Detective.
You. It's
finished. Well, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp. You have
Sarah's,
another
I'll see this
job
chick.
to do.
Who's he talking to?
I don't know.
Not that it makes any difference to somebody like you, but I never intended to kill him. Just to scare him. Convince him Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in peace any longer.
You stabbed him with a fire
But,
poker.
true to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
You're right, it doesn't make any difference. It makes a difference. Shit. Oh, fuck. Moral dilemmas. It's a moral dilemma. You're right, it doesn't make difference. It makes difference. You still stabbed him with the fire, but you still went out of your way to do it. You knew he was a man, he didn't know you were a man. You still went through with it.
It makes a difference.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down the...
Hey, wait!
He's transformed! He's free! There's the other piece. There he is. Goodbye.
Aha!
A hat! He
Looks
had
like
my
you
hat.
solved more than one mystery tonight.
Yay! I don't know what bro was thinking running into a dead-end tree, but we got our hat back. That's what matters. Yeah! Aaron Hansen is fully in Harper! I saw it. So, yeah, playing this after playing Tangled Tower makes things make so much more sense.
Grimoire.
Huh?
Well, what did they decide to do?
We had Mr. Everstone questioned. He was happy to tell us everything he knew. A number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
Oh?
And Remington's office?
Searched, down to the last detail. And well, we agree with you, but I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We better be.
Oh. So I feel like they're all connected in some way. Tangled Tower helped basically establish that he was part of the... Yeah, so spoilers for both games, if you've watched up to this point. But Remington is a part of the ambassadors of Misted Mansion, and that they all went out to... They all disappeared to look for Mistids and all that. He specifically was looking for Boggy, who is probably a Mistid. It's probably one of these things I've probably left that tower or something. Left that mansion area, but that would make sense. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see another Misted in Mermaid's Tongue whenever that comes out, which I'm excited for. But yeah, it was very obvious slowly near that end as we questioned people that it was Echo. And an interesting thing, Everstone is a name that pops up on the family tree in Tangle Tower. We see Emily Everstone, and I believe Grimoire doesn't say anything because he probably had a feeling that she was related to Echo. Was it Everest? No, what was his name? What was his actual name? I know it's Everstone. I don't remember his actual name, but yeah, this one was shorter. This one was the one that came before. This is like the second game in the whole series. I probably can't do the first one, but that's fine. But yeah, the ending's very interesting because I'm trying to think of what we know from the Tangle Tower. I don't know how connected it is, but thank you guys so much for watching and following me through this another mystery. I hope that we can get Mermaid's Tongue soon. That'd be really fun. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.